Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of ESPNcricinfo Gloves Off. I am Ronald Kapoor and now ready to fight it out with me on this show, Murali Kartik and Shaun Tait. Our topic for today is this India's best ever chance to win a test series in Australia. I think I can predict who's taken which stand, but let's get to it anyway in our first round, First Blood. Right, so in First Blood, both of you get the opportunity to state your position and your stand and make introductory remarks. Murali Kartik, 30 seconds for you. Your time starts now.
I think it is India's best chance to win in Australia this time for a number of reasons. A, it is one of the weakest Australian teams on paper. What we've seen over the last 20-25 years, that's not there. Weakened further by the absence of Warner and Smith, their mainstays in batting, and their batting has been absolutely woeful. Secondly, I think that indefatigable Aussie spirit is gone. That's not there to be seen. All the bravado and all that was there because of the fact that it was a very strong side. It's not the case right now. And
right, we'll come to you further, but that's a very strong few words even in your introductory remarks. Shaun Tait, 30 seconds for you to state your position. Your time starts now.
If anyone thinks the Australian bravado has disappeared, they're going to be completely wrong. Once you're an Aussie, you're going to sledge, you're going to behave badly. That's just the way we're brought up. So it's going to happen at some stage. Look, yes, we are a little bit weak on the batting. There's no doubt about that right now. But we've got, in my opinion, the best fast bowling in the world still. And a couple of Indian batsmen are pretty well untested in Australian conditions. So they're going to be up against it. And the crowd, once they get full of beer, are going to give it to the Indian side as well.
My, strong words from both Kartik and Shaun Tait. It should set up our next round well. It's time for trading blows. Right, this is my favorite round, gentlemen. You can genuinely get the gloves off now. Unadulterated, no holds barred debate. Kartik, you can take off.
yeah, I understand that Aussie do have a very good bowling attack, very potent bowling attack. But the only question mark for me there is that can they string together 4 test matches? If they have to be rested and mollycoddled and cotton wrapped and all that. So I'm a bit surprised that, yes, you could be very strong on paper and very strong as a skill. I definitely feel that they possibly won't be able to string together 4 games. And also, I think I'll come back to the batting. When you don't have people like Warner and Smith, and even with them, Aussie team had a big hole or big holes in their batting lineup. I think they'll be very vulnerable. And
I feel, mollycoddling is such a great word. I love that word. But Prithvi Shaw, Rahul, these guys are going to get the new meaning of mollycoddling. They're going to understand mollycoddling, and that's what's not going to happen to them when they're facing 3 6'6" angry Australian fast bowlers.
Yeah, because they've been mollycoddled for a while now. As I said, your bowling is still very strong, but at the end of the day, you still have to give some runs to those bowlers. They can't be. They'll be very angry with their own batsmen. They might possibly kill them in the nets if they don't give enough runs.
Ishan Sharma's got a good record in Australia. Not sure about that. So I think we can take some runs off guys like him.
Yeah, but again, if you look at the flip side, against some very weak oppositions, Australia has not fared well. You look at their last 5 games. Just 1 drawn game, hardly any wins, only losses.
I was going to say we managed to draw against Pakistan, which is no easy feat. Yes, New Zealand have beaten them, but still they're not easy to beat them. We managed with the worst side in history, apparently. Yeah. We managed to draw with Pakistan.
Coming back to what Langer said, has it happened in the history of Australian cricket, or at least whatever I've known, that any Aussie coach has accepted to being bashed? It was always Australia bashing people up.
Look, you know what? Australia can't win. If we mouth off and carry on, we get smashed for it. If we don't, they're saying that we're soft. So I think it's time to take the gloves off the Australian cricket team and get back to what we do best. Okay, not abuse and not get personal, but just be aggressive.
All the corporate lingo in the dressing room. I think they'll be trying to understand what all that is first before playing cricket.
Let me take it somewhere else. Now, Kartik, you're so confident of India's chances. After what happened in South Africa and in England, are you not skeptical at all about India's own batting?
Third time lucky. You've learned from mistakes. They fought hard. Look, they've really fought hard. I think they made some mistakes in terms of selection, in terms of winning those big moments. But the way they travelled to South Africa, the way they came back on that difficult surface at Wanderers, and the way they played in England, I think you have to give credit to a young team.
Let me tell you, South Africa is not Australia. Let's have a look at South Africa's trophy cabinet, should we? It's like the Sahara Desert.
Look, might I also just bring to your attention your erstwhile teammate Shane Warne's assessment and prediction that he thinks India are favourites for this Test series.
Well, you put it this way: the Australian teams of the past, when their backs are against the wall, and when for years and years, teams have been coming here and saying this is the worst Australian team I've ever seen. This is the worst team they've ever put out, and still, no one can beat us here.
All right, so that made for a very entertaining round of trading blows. It's time to take a breather and involve our fans. It's time for timeout. So this is where we get one of our viewers who's been listening to this debate to actually join in, and let's hear from Payank Gada from Pune, who agrees with Kartik, I believe.
Yeah, I agree with Murali Kartik that it is the best chance for Team India to win against Australia in this Test series. As Australia is missing out on their two main players, David Warner and Steve Smith. And cherry on top is that the Indian pace bowlers have been performing really well this calendar year. And I think that will help them win the battle against the Australian batting attack. And I also think that Kuldeep Yadav will be the X factor for the Indian cricket team, as the Australian players have been finding it really tough to play against the spin of Kuldeep Yadav.
That's interesting. Let's see if Kuldeep Yadav manages to find a place in the 11 for that to happen, Pang. But I'm going to go to Shaun Tait to get a reaction, and maybe we can focus on just the confidence that the Indian fans have with regard to their own bowling and how potent the fast bowling looks, Shaun Tait.
You're right, Jasprit Bumrah's first time in Australia. He's got no idea how the fans react to opposition players when they come here. It's like a furnace. Everyone's drinking beer, getting abusive. No one said the fans can't get abusive, only the players. So it's going to be the first time they're going to experience that. MCG, 90,000 screaming, bloodthirsty fans, with probably 80,000 of them being Indian, to be honest, so I'm probably wrong there. But at the same time, it's different playing in these conditions. You're going to play on flat wickets, so Kuldeep's not going to turn the ball very much in Australia. It's going to be a completely different ball game. And look, our fast bowlers on flat wickets can still bowl 150 kilometres an hour.
So that was our round where we hear from you, our fans. If you want to feature on another edition of Gloves Off, then just leave a comment in the comment section. We'll find a way to get in touch with you. It's time for Kartik and Shaun to round up their arguments in Knockout Take. So Kartik, Shaun, this is where you sum up your argument after everything that you've heard from each other in just one sentence. Curiously, I also find new definitions to one sentence in this with my guests, so I'll let Shaun go first.
Well, okay, as you've seen, the mollycoddling side of things, as you've seen, we've been resting our frontline fast bowlers through this 2020 tournament, so they're going to be really fresh and ready to go. The wickets here are not going to turn like they do in India, so the spinners are going to be out of the equation. And we've got some young guys coming in, different batsmen that are going to be trying to prove a point to Justin Langer and the rest of the Australian public. So they're going to be fresh. The Indian guys haven't seen a lot of these batsmen. So I think we've got all bases covered there.
Excellent.
And a much better fielding side as well.
All right, Kartik, just like that, one sentence for you as well.
I think that's the height of optimism I've ever seen around somebody. That too with a young batting side who will be trying to decipher what is written in the dressing room with all those technical jargons coming out of more than not cricket Australia, corporate Australia. So it'll be interesting. I still feel it'll be a great series. Hopefully India wins.
All right, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. Many thanks to Murali Kartik and Shaun Tait for battling it out on this episode of ESPNcricinfo Gloves Off. If you want to feature and be part of the conversation, and what do you think about Kartik and Shaun's views ahead of the big Test series, leave it in the comments section below. Until next time, it's goodbye.
Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and leave your comments in the comment section below. Click on the bell icon for notifications.